Today I'm going to show you how I can use Google's Nano Banana image editing tool to create a professional headshot and turn a basic selfie image into something that you can use for your professional bio. So this is a canned prompt from Google that we're going to use. It says, first ask me for a selfie, transform my selfie into a fresh but professional image suitable for a social media profile. It goes into some of the details. It wants natural, flattering lighting, a modern office background, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in. Again, this is kind of like a stock or canned prompt that Google has found works well. And in order to get this started, though, we want to be at gemini.google.com. It doesn't identify specifically as Nano Banana. You just want to make sure the 2.5 flash model is selected in here. So I entered this prompt. It's going to say, please upload a selfie. I do my best to transform it, etc. So I'm going to press this plus button here to add my file. And I'm going to say upload files. And then I'll select my selfie image. So here it is, just a basic selfie that I took. And then I am going to go ahead and submit this. And it's probably going to take about 10 to 30 seconds. So we'll come back when it's done. All right, so here's the results. I think that looks decent. It's a little too cut out looking. So I'm going to say make the background lighting in the image less harsh so it doesn't feel like I'm backlit. Let's give that a moment. So here's my new version. I think that's pretty nice. You could definitely see that being used as a professional headshot, and that replaces my actual more visually intense background here with something that just kind of brings me out as the main focus on here. And I can swap this out too. I can also run this multiple times, and I can say other kinds of things I want in the background. So let's try another one. So here's a new chat. I've got my original prompt here, but you can see I've modified it a little bit. So I decided to put in a different background. And I said, instead of that modern office, I'm in an outdoor, bright, natural setting with a blurred background. Again, you want that blurred background because you don't want it to be so specifically one place. And if that place isn't real, then it's going to look kind of inauthentic and weird. So let's go ahead and put that prompt in. I'm going to upload my selfie, and let's see what it does. So this is pretty good in terms of the background. It's kind of what I'm going for. It has kind of changed up my look, I think. My face is a little too wide. So I'll say, I like the background, but this made my face a bit too wide. Can you change it? And again, you can make these kind of spot edits to the image. So I think that's pretty good. It's pretty accurate. Maybe if you know me really well, it might look a little bit off, but I think to somebody who doesn't, this looks quite professional. And again, that comes from just a basic selfie that I took there. So the next thing I want to show is that you can actually, in addition to kind of making up a background like this, if you want to place yourself into an actual space, you can do that. So again, new version of the prompt here. The same one as before, but I'm having it ask me for a selfie and a background image. And then I'm asking it here to make it look like I'm in the background image. So it looks like I'm posing in that space. And let's run this. So now I've got my selfie, and what I put in here is a picture of the Lafayette Reservoir. This is a image in the town, so I deleted it. I'll put it back in, of the town that I live in. Maybe I'm running for town council or something like that, or I just want to localize myself. Okay, it's back. Let's go ahead and run this. So here I am at the reservoir in my nice selfie here, wearing my shirt, and you can see it looks fairly good. If I had photoshopped myself in there, I think it would be pretty realistic. We can also ask it to kind of change my size and positioning so it looks more like I'm in there. This is where things get a little dicier if you're not just compositing two images together, but let's give it a shot and see what it does. Okay, so probably not super realistic on this. So we start to run into the limits of the technology. But again, something like this, or particularly some of the images that I showed before, it makes for quite a nice, very easy professional headshot using nothing more than a selfie I could take on my phone. If you found this helpful, please do like and subscribe. It really helps me out.